Today is the day I'm doing something I've wanted to do the whole time I'm in Scotland. We're going for gold, baby. We're going for gold. Now, before I go strike it rich, let me show you where I was parked up last night. Because it's not a bad lay-by. Of course, it's still raining. It hasn't stopped. But this is a lay-by and it's massive. It is a huge lay-by. And I've got you the what 3 words, which is satin, aims, steady. There we go. I got here last night about, I don't know, 9:30. Each side was completely full of trucks. I reversed in here between 2 trucks, but then I've woken up and they're all gone. There isn't one here at all, not one. So yeah, this is a really good one. You are off away from the road, so that's pretty good, but it is busy with trucks, but a good stop. Time to hit the road and go find me some gold. I don't know if any of you have ever watched it, but I was obsessed, and so was my brother, with the gold mining shows on Discovery. So was quite a few of my mates, to be fair. Jamie was always watching it. And them guys that are mining, like panning and mining for the gold and digging out big quarries and claims of land, they've got such optimism. They are the most optimistic people in the world because they're like, this could be it, this could be it. But I've been obsessed with that. Well, not obsessed, but I do enjoy watching a few episodes of it. So when it comes to researching this trip, I was talking to Amy. She said, is there anything you specifically want to do? And I said, well, this is random one. This is a real random one. But I want to pan for gold. I want to find my own little flecks of gold. Of course, that's quite random. But then she found me this place that does panning for gold and does all the history about it and can tell you all the legalities about it. Look at that! I can't wait to get in there. So I'm going to go on a little tour of the museum. You can go on an actual tour, a guided tour, which is about an hour and a half, and you go into the mine. But that's more about the miners, and I didn't fancy that, to be fair. But I'm going in, have a little look in the museum, and then I'm going to do some panning for gold. This is pretty cool to see. It's a map of Scotland and what's found where. And I was just on Orkney, and it says copper, lead and iron. That's pretty good. That's really good. Then you got silver found in places, gold, nickel, gold, what's that? Magnesium? Not too sure about that. And that's brilliant, isn't it? Some of these rocks and I don't know, crystals. They look amazing. They look proper like space, like from the moon or something. Let's continue through here. Oh, look. I wouldn't like to have been in a mine. No. Proper grueling work what they were doing down there. Obviously, we need all the materials to then make stuff. So we needed these guys to go down and mine it. So we are lucky that they did that. But I'm not sure about going down there and they were in some pretty bad conditions down there. It weren't the best. There was always deaths and accidents. So this is how, I've seen it on TV, panning for gold. I've seen people in America do it. It just makes me want to pan for my own gold and just find a couple of flakes. That's all I want. A couple of flakes, a little vial. And I can say, yep, they're mine. I found them. Natural gold. Can you imagine finding like nuggets like that? And that one was found in 2015. That museum's pretty cool, having a little look around. It's definitely worth a little walk through. I think it's like £6.50 or something to walk through. Obviously it keeps the place going and helps them out, doesn't it? And they got this lovely little gift shop of everything. You can buy pay dirt here. Pay dirt. It's like 40 quid or 80 quid, I think. But there's guaranteed gold in there. And then they've got the whole panning kit. next time I come up, I am coming to this area and I'm going to pan for gold out in the wild. I'm going to buy a license and then do it. I'll come here and buy my kit and everything. Yeah, it's going to be great. I can't wait. The minute I tell Liam that there's gold in the streams, he's going to be on me like a fat kid on cake. Can we go? Can we go? Can we go? I want to get some gold. I want to get some gold. He loves gold. He loves gold coins. So when I see like memorabilia coins at places that I visit, I buy him one and he loves them. Yeah, so he's going to be on me when I tell him about gold in streams. Whilst you're waiting to do the panning or waiting for a specific tour, they have got a lovely little cafe. I'm going to get myself an iron brew. Why not? Treat yourself. You can do the panning course, the panning taster session, what I'm doing, which is about half an hour. I think it's like £9. Or you can do an intense one where they teach you actually how to pan really properly, which is a 5-hour course. I think it's like £100, which I think is pretty reasonable for a 5-hour course. But they only do that once a month, so you've definitely got to know when you're coming up and when to book if you do want to do it. I didn't know it was only once a month. I've just turned up and thought, oh, they run that daily. You know, you can do that at 10 in the morning and then just do it for 5 hours and they do it every day. No, not the case. So I've just found out that the British Gold Panning Association run the national panning competition here for Britain and for Scotland. They're held here in May. How good is that? So yeah, May, there is no courses in May because they all pile in down here and it is just a right old atmosphere apparently. Everyone panning for gold. It's like not, I thought you'd be going out in the wild and see who catches the most, catches the most, who gets the most, you know, in a couple of hours or something, but it's not that. You all get buckets of pay dirt and the judges know how much is in each bucket, so then it's judged on your panning skills. You know, if there was 2 grams of gold in that one and then you only return 1 gram of gold, it's like, well, you're not that great, you know, you had a 50% loss rate. Like that.
A bit more water. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And then
A good shake.
To making sure it all goes to the bottom, right?
Yeah. And then
like that.
Alright, and go.
And then like that.
I go about 3 into the water and do about 4 times. Try to get rid of the gravel.
I can't get rid of the gravel.
Yeah, like that there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right?
Right, okay. I'm just scared of losing it. Like that.
Right, let's see. Right.
Have I lost it all?
No, look.
Oh, there's one.
Alright, there's one.
There's one.
Okay, have you got a wee bottle there?
Yeah.
Oh, there's 2. Look.
Oh, there's 2.
Right. And you go like that.
And just dab it.
Just dab it and go like that. Hold the bottle over the pan so you don't lose it. Right. Put it against something dark.
Yeah.
And you see it better.
Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah. That's brilliant.
Aye.
I bet there's loads lost in here, right?
Aye, yeah. That's what you can have a lucky dip. There you go.
I bet loads gets lost. Right. So, like that, and then...
That's it.
It's just being confident that you're not going to lose it, isn't it?
Aye, yeah.
I don't think I'm going to make a great gold panner for the TV shows like they do it. So do you personally go out gold mining, gold panning?
I have, yeah.
What's your catch, your biggest catch, or your biggest mine, or?
The biggest bit I found was in my garden.
Really?
Garden, aye, yeah.
No way.
That's the biggest bit I found,
That's pretty funny. That is. You work at the gold panning place, and the biggest bit you found was in your garden. How big was it?
It's well, it's in a bit of calcite, but the calcites are that size,
Really?
and you can feel the gold in it. Yeah, yeah. One of these days I'll crack it open. No, nothing yet. No, I don't think people are losing it anymore.
No, I think they're.
If you take that and showcase it, and you get a certificate.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Right. Okay.
Cheers, buddy. I got me some gold. So if you go there, I don't know if you can see it. Got some gold. Right, that is it. I went back and done a little bit more because I got Liam a little vial of gold as well. And then, look at this. I got me a certificate. I know Liam's going to ask me, how is that done? How do they do it? What do they do? And ask me 1,000,001 questions. So I got him that. Look at that. Now it is fool's gold in there, but there is gold in there, and all the little tools and everything you need. So me and him could do that, and he's going to love it. And then we con his dad into buying some pay dirt. And then we get some real gold on dad. Love it. Best uncle in the world. Probably forgot to mention that this is the highest village in Scotland. I'm not actually too sure how high it is right now. I might ask Luke to put that on screen now, but it is the highest village in Scotland. Talking to the lady in the visitor centre, and the staff, got to say, they are really nice, really helpful, really nice. She was saying, because I said I want to come back at some point and do some actual panning myself, buy a licence, because you can buy a licence for this area. It's pretty much like the fishing, which I've found. Every place you go has got is owned by different people, or different licenses, different rules, different regs. So you need to find who and then buy a licence accordingly, which is what is quite hard for me to do fishing here, because I don't stay in one place for long. But in the Wanlock area, they sell a licence there. You can have a 1 day, 1 week, or I think a 1 year or something like that. And then you are free to pan in the streams all around here, and they give you a map and everything, which is brilliant. So I said I wanted to do that, and I'm going to come back. I just need to find somewhere to stay. Now there is a campsite which was full when I came through, but she said that there's the Bowls Green here, just up the road, and you can stay there for £10 a night. I don't think there's any services, maybe a bin, maybe some water, I'm not sure, but £10 a night, that's not bad. If you're going to come here and then go strike it rich in the streams hunting for gold, I think it's fair to say this is a bit random. Me doing the gold padding and all of that, it's a bit random, but awesome. Flipping awesome. I got gold. I have got gold. I will put pictures up of my gold, but it is quite a sizable piece of gold. Love it. Now I'd love to know, have you ever done gold padding? That's quite a unique question, because I don't think many are going to say yes. But what is your unique thing that you want to do? There's got to be something. Like, you've watched a TV show, people that watch Ice Road Truckers, they watch the gold padding like me. There's so many TV shows and this, that, and the other out there now. What have you watched? You thought, do you know what? I'd really like to try that, or I'd really like to go look at that. Go on, drop it in the comments below, because I want to know all your weird and wacky things that you wanted to get up to, because it'll probably inspire me to do some more weird and wacky stuff. That is pretty much me done in Scotland now. I have got to be in Leeds, well, Castleton, just outside Leeds, by Friday. So I've got a couple of days to get there. But in the meantime, on the way down, I want to stop and eat some, I'm going to say, strange northern food. When I was in Orkney, we were all sitting round, having a good old chat, just chilling out on the campsite, and the conversation turned to food. Shock. It always turns to food. One way or another, it always turns to food with me. You guys know that. Now, we started talking about, our favourite foods, this and the other, and then how much the cost of fish and chips is in the north versus the south. As in, I'm in Essex and they're in, Manchester, Yorkshire and all that. So it was substantially different. I'd love to know how much cod chips and, well, some of you have mushy peas, which is grim, but how much is cod and chips in your local chippy? Put that in the comments below now. I want to know, can we find the cheapest place in the UK for fish and chips? My area, it's about, you ain't getting much change out of like 13, 14 quid. You know, we might as well call it 15 quid at the end of the day, which is ridiculous. It's absolutely stupid. It's like £3 for a battered sausage now down where I am, down where my mum is. So while we're all sitting around telling each other how much fish and chip costs in our area and then what other prices things are, Frank then turns around and says, how much is rag pudding? And I looked at him with the biggest confused look I've ever had, and I was like, rag pudding? And he's like, yeah, rag pudding. And he kept saying rag pudding, rag pudding. I was like, whoa, 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 are you tripping or something? What the hell is a rag pudding? He's like, well, it's rag pudding, isn't it? And I'm like, I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that in my life. Have you? Have you heard of rag pudding? Drop it in the comments below. Come on, be honest. Have you heard of rag pudding? This isn't normal. I've never heard of it. That was it. Once I said I'd never tried rag pudding, he was like, you have got to try it. You've got to go to this chip shop. He even sent me a park up right along the canal, so then I can go to the Chippy Licious, which is a brilliant name by the way, and try rag pudding. He swears that I'll love it. I'm not so sure. It's a bit of a dodgy name, but I'm on my way to Chippy Licious. Now before I go over to Chippy Licious, I'm just at the park up that Frank told me to go to, and then I'm going to make my way over to Chippy Licious. I love that name, Chippy Licious. That's a brilliant name. Top marks on that. Don't you just love how there's a north, south, and a country divide on things, on products and food. Now, like, I remember when. Now, this is a little story time with Daz. I remember my first proper job was in a chip shop in Welwyn Garden City called Lee's Fish and Chips. Still there. It's in Pang's Hangar in Welwyn Garden City. If you're ever passing, definitely stop in, say hi to Pete, tell him I sent you, and get some banging fish and chips because they are spot on. And I stand by it to this day. It was the best job, apart from what I'm doing right now, because this is like dreams. This really is. But the team and the job, it was the best job I've ever had. Bar the trucks, the trucks was nothing compared to it. All my other jobs just fade in comparison to it. It was the best team and a real fun job. I loved working in the chip shop. I really did. A big shock to you all there. But one day I had this lady come in, and she came in, and I've been working there for a while. So I knew what I was doing. I knew the ropes, you know, nothing too scary. She came in and she said, oh, can I have, she ordered fish and chips. And then she looked at me and then she said, oh, can I have some scraps as well? And I was confused as anything. To say I was confused, I was like, what? She's like, can I have some scraps? Now, where we were in the work, there was like, we had a bin behind us because, you know, we're always throwing bits and bobs away, whatever. If you drop anything, there's a bin behind us. And I look back, and the bins, we always used to use the old potato sacks. So we use a plastic bag and then a potato sack inside the bin bag. I stepped aside a bit and I said, you want scraps? And she's like, yeah. I was like, but you're ordering fish and chips. Like, if you need more food, I'm happy to give you some more food. What do you want? She's like, no, scraps. And I actually went over to Pete. I went, Pete, there's a lady over here. She's asking for scraps. What are we doing? What's this? He laughed and he said, it's the batter box, the bits in the batter box. And that's what I'm going to say, Northerners, people from the north want. They order scraps. So like you have fish, chips and a scoop of scraps. And they're all the batter bits, the bits that we scoop out once we've laid the fish in the oil. All the little batter bits that are fried, we usually fry them in the end in the batter box and then throw them away, get rid of them. We don't even. But it's a thing. It's a thing up north, right? That's what she told me anyway. And she well, I got a little bag. I filled it with batter bits and scraps, and she put salt and vinegar on them. She was loving them. And I was just so confused. I was like, never heard this in my life. And this leads on to, like, you know, I remember when John and Mandy, they'd never tried a saveloy. And then when me, John and Tash were with them, we were like, we're Southerners, and we were like, yeah, saveloys, come on. You know, and they're like, no, don't know what they are. And I'm pretty sure they said, do we have to peel them? You know, the red skin. But again, it's like, you know, if you've never done it, you've never seen it, you've never tried it, you don't know, do you? And this is what I'm like now. It's like, I don't know what rag pudding is. I'm led to believe it's like mince and like a pie or something. I don't know. But it's not a great name, is it? But it's fantastic how our country is so diverse. You could literally go 100 miles that way and there's something completely different on the menu. And it's like, a chip shop's a chip shop in the UK, you kind of think. But it's not. It's not. And food isn't like that. So I'd love to know, have you got any weird, wonderful local foods to you that I wouldn't have, maybe not have heard of, maybe not have tried, maybe not have seen? Please do drop in the comments below, because I'd love to add them to my list. I really would. Right, story time with Dad's over. Let's go get some food. Parked up back there, and this is the Rochdale Canal. There it is, Chippy Licious. Let's go and have a look. Right, so I've ordered rag pudding, chips and gravy the way it comes. And then can I have a fritter as well? Is it a fritter? Oh. Yeah, a fritter. And can I order a spam one as well? Yeah.
Would you like salt vinegar?
Yeah, lots of salt, please.
Just a bit of vinegar?
Yeah, just a little bit of vinegar, yeah.
Now we've got a regular gravy.
Right.
Or a chicken and pepper gravy.
Which?
I prefer the regular.
I'll go regular. Look at that. Here we go. They're the scraps that I was talking about, which they put in there ready for people to have. I've got to start an argument, haven't I, in the comments? I've got to start an argument. Look. They spelt that wrong. That's meant to be roll. Bread roll. So I came in with a £20 note and it's £8.80 for everything I've got. That is not like southern prices. I couldn't get fish for that. I couldn't get a piece of fish for that. Right, I have got rag pudding, chips and gravy, and then I've got a spam fritter and a potato fritter. Look at that. There we go. That is the pudding, the rag pudding. So they told me in there that this is basically a suet pastry with chunks of steak in, and then they wrap it in cheesecloth, and then yeah, they cook them. They steam them, I think. Right, let's try this. Here we go. First time trying rag pudding. Oh yes. Yes. That is, I am on that. That pastry and the steak, look. Now that is spot on. Why don't we have this down south? What is going on? Time for the other little delights. This is the spam fritter. Oh, the spam fritter and the potato fritter. So this is basically like a massive battered chip. All right, let's try. Oh yeah, it is a massive battered chip. But, I mean, that is huge, like comparison to a chip. But look, how cool is that? And finally, the spam fritter. No, I like spam. I'm a big fan of spam, but a spam fritter. Here we go. Yeah, I can get on board with that. That is some banging food. Now I'm going to get stuck in to me rag pudding. Oh, stick a fork in me. I am done. That rag pudding was banging. That really was. And you know, like sometimes you get a pie and the pastry can be really nice, but then also some bits of the pastry can be really dry. You know, because obviously, you know, they're out there, they've been made, they've been cooked, and they're just waiting to be sold. But that, because it's been steamed, the whole thing is just moist and absolutely incredible. That was a really, yeah. I don't know why I haven't tried that soup. I didn't know about it, for one, to be fair. But why don't they do them down south? What is going on? The potato fritter was nice. That was a big chip, basically, like, you know, that. The spam fritter, again, that was nice. You know, spam's nice. I get on well with that. Oh, don't mind a cheeky bit of spam. But that rag pudding. They did have a normal pudding, which is a steamed pudding, which is like a pie. It steams. It looks like a pie rather than what that looks like. But that's steak and kidney. This one was just steak. So yeah. But what a day! I've done my gold panning and I've got my gold. I can't wait to go out and do that, you know, for real in the wild and actually find a proper piece. I mean, I know these are proper pieces of gold, but a proper piece of gold wild. That'll be brilliant. I can't wait for that. And then I've had rag pudding and a few new dishes. I am now back in England and I'm heading south. I've got big plans. Changes to the motorhome need to be done. Upgrades, additions, you name it. It's all happening. And I am a busy bee. So if you've got any foods that are local to you and you think that I haven't tried or don't know about, please do drop them in the comments below. Tell me where to get them and I'll add them to my list. Anywhere you want to see me go, add that to the comments below and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Bye.